There is a moment when the invisible world begins to move. You can't always explain it, but you can feel it. Something within you begins to awaken. Suddenly, you sense that life is not random, that every experience was leading you to this realization. You are not waiting for favor. You are stepping into it. The atmosphere has changed. The shift has begun. What was once heavy now feels light. The thoughts that used to imprison you no longer hold power. The same situations that once intimidated you now seem small compared to the force moving within you. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. The unseen realm has turned in your favor, and everything is rearranging itself to fulfill what was spoken over your life. Understand this. Every transformation begins in the invisible. Before anything manifests in your outer world, it must first be conceived in the inner world of imagination and belief. The moment you decide that your story is shifting, heaven agrees. The power that created the universe begins to align circumstances, people, and opportunities to reflect your new conviction. You may look around and still see the old evidence, the lack, the delay, the silence, but don't be deceived. These are the final tremors before manifestation. The unseen law of faith is already at work, restructuring everything in your favor. The same opposition that once blocked you is now being turned into the very foundation that will elevate you. This is your sign. The unease, the restlessness, the sudden changes. They are all proof that movement has begun. The universe is making space for your breakthrough. What was withheld is being released. What seemed impossible is now entering the realm of the inevitable. You are being called to trust the process, to remain firm in your inner knowing even when your outer world hasn't caught up. Your only task is to stay faithful to the feeling of your new reality. Speak it, feel it, embody it. When you do, you will find that everything begins to reflect it. People will appear at the right time. Doors will open without effort. And what was once delayed will arrive suddenly. The shift is not coming, it has already begun. You are standing in the middle of divine rearrangement. Every force that once worked against you has been reversed. Life is turning to bless you, favor is chasing you, and grace is positioning you for elevation, so lift your head. The delay was not denial, it was divine preparation. The silence was not abandonment, it was alignment. Everything has led to this moment, this awakening, this recognition that God is turning everything in your favor. This is your sign, your time has come, the shift has begun. Nothing can stop what is now unfolding for you. The invisible shift has already started. You may not see it, you may not fully understand it, but something in the unseen is moving on your behalf. The divine realm is orchestrating a transformation that your physical eyes cannot yet perceive. What once appeared stagnant is now alive with invisible momentum. The atmosphere around your life is being restructured. The energies are realigning, and the circumstances that once seemed resistant are beginning to bend toward your favor. Every great change begins in silence. Seeds don't shout when they break open beneath the soil. They do not announce their transformation, yet life is happening within them. The roots spread, the pressure builds, and in the right moment, growth bursts forth into view. The same is happening in your life. God's hand is at work beneath the surface, cultivating your breakthrough in the hidden realm before revealing it in the physical. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't happening. The unseen is far more powerful than what the natural eye can perceive. When you align your inner world with divine truth, the outer world has no choice but to conform. The shift doesn't begin when the circumstances change, it begins when your consciousness changes. The moment you stop seeing yourself as limited, the moment you stop agreeing with fear and begin to agree with faith, the unseen responds instantly. The universe mirrors your inner conviction. As you elevate your thoughts, everything around you begins to rise to meet that vibration. Many people miss this moment because they look for signs only in the physical. They want to see proof before they believe. But in divine law, belief precedes manifestation. You must first accept that the shift is already in motion, even when the evidence isn't visible. Faith is the bridge between what is unseen and what will soon be undeniable. Every time you choose gratitude instead of worry, every time you affirm the promise instead of the problem, you strengthen that bridge. Understand this, there is no wasted waiting. What seems like stillness is often divine setup. While you think nothing is moving, heaven is coordinating the timing, the people, and the paths necessary for your next level. Delays are disguises for preparation. You are not being overlooked, you are being strategically positioned. The invisible shift must finish its work before the visible breakthrough can appear. So you basically three tribute. The visible breakthrough can appear. Right now, everything is being rearranged for your good. Closed doors are redirecting you to better ones. Relationships that ended are making space for divine connections. Opportunities are aligning in the background, waiting for the perfect moment to intersect with your readiness. You are being guided, refined, and strengthened for what's coming. The invisible shift is not a future event, it is your current reality. It is the quiet unfolding of divine intelligence turning the unseen into the seen. Trust it, feel it, expect it. You may not yet see the fruit, but the soil of your life is alive with destiny. Soon what was invisible will become undeniable, and you'll realize the shift had already begun long before you noticed it. The law of inner assumption is one of the most profound truths about the way creation works. Life does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you assume to be true. Every circumstance, every encounter, every result you experience is a reflection of your inner conviction. The outer world is merely a mirror of your inner state. As you shift inward, your reality has no choice but to follow. What you continually believe and feel within becomes the command that shapes everything around you. Assumption is not wishful thinking. It is the quiet certainty that what you desire already exists in the unseen. It is the decision to embody the feeling of the fulfilled desire before the evidence appears. When you assume something as true within, you are giving permission to the divine law of manifestation to rearrange reality to match that assumption. The moment you adopt a new inner identity, one aligned with faith, abundance, peace, and victory, life begins to reorganize itself, to reflect that consciousness. Everything begins in imagination. The imagination is the workshop of creation, the sacred space where you rehearse the life you desire. The emotions you consistently entertain in that inner space become the vibration that calls corresponding experiences into your path. If you live assuming lack, life must confirm it. If you live assuming favor, blessings will find you in unexpected ways. It is not the outer struggle that determines your outcome, but the inner story you tell yourself daily. When you choose to see yourself as already blessed, already healed, already successful, you activate the invisible laws of alignment. The universe is obedient to belief. It does not argue with your conviction, it simply mirrors it. That is why transformation must always begin within. If you attempt to change the outer world without shifting your inner state, you will only meet resistance. But the moment you change how you see yourself, how you feel about your life, how you speak about your destiny, everything external begins to bend toward that new truth. This is the law of inner assumption in motion. You live as though it is already done, and creation responds by making it so. You may not know how it will unfold, or through whom it will come, but you can rest in the certainty that it must happen. Life has no power to deny what you inwardly accept as true. Your reality is always catching up to your inner belief system. That's why the most powerful shift you can make is internal. The moment you stop rehearsing fear and start embodying faith, the atmosphere around you changes. The people you meet, the opportunities that arise, the timing of events, all begin to reflect the inner frequency you carry. So stop waiting for signs before believing. Instead, believe and the signs will follow. Assume the best, and life will confirm it. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are the author of it. As you shift inward with faith, gratitude, and conviction, your outer world will faithfully obey the new script written by your heart. Divine reversal is one of the most extraordinary moves of God. It is the sacred moment when everything that once resisted you begins to work for you. What once stood as an obstacle is now being transformed into the very bridge that will lift you higher. The forces that seemed to block your progress were never meant to destroy you, they were designed to refine you, to prepare you for the elevation now unfolding. When divine reversal is in motion, opposition becomes opportunity, and pain becomes the pathway to power. There are seasons in life where it feels as though everything is working against you. Doors close, relationships end, resources dry up, and nothing seems to move in your favor. Yet in those very seasons, God is quietly setting the stage for a supernatural turnaround. He allows certain things to crumble not to punish you, but to clear the space for something far greater. Divine reversal begins in the unseen, in the hidden orchestration of details you cannot yet perceive. What looks like loss is actually alignment. What feels like rejection is redirection. Every challenge carries within it the seed of promotion. Every setback has an assignment to push you into divine positioning. The very situations that once brought you pain are being transformed into the instruments of your rise. You may not yet see the evidence, but the energy has shifted. The same people who doubted you will soon witness the fulfillment of what was promised to you. The very place of your greatest struggle will become the stage for your greatest testimony. Divine reversal means heaven has stepped into your story. It means the invisible hand of grace is rewriting what once seemed final. You are no longer being buried, you are being planted. There's a vast difference between the two. Burial hides you for death, but planting hides you for resurrection. God has been working in the dark places of your life, nurturing what you thought was over, And now that hidden seed is breaking through the soil. Everything that opposed you was unknowingly part of your preparation. The disappointments trained your faith, the delays built your patience, and the failures taught you wisdom. These experiences were not wasted. They have become the foundation of your divine elevation. The pressure you endured was not proof of God's absence, it was proof of His process. Now, the tides are turning. The same energy that once held you back is shifting to propel you forward. The enemies that rose against you are being silenced, and the very ground that once rejected you is being blessed because of you. This is the mystery of divine reversal, the power to transform adversity into advancement. So do not mourn the seasons of resistance. Celebrate them, for they have positioned you for breakthrough. What was meant to harm you has become the very force that will bless you. The storm you feared was never meant to destroy your destiny. It was sent to deliver you into it. The divine reversal is in motion, and it will not stop until everything that opposed you becomes evidence of God's favor on your life. Faith is the catalyst that ignites divine movement. It is the invisible force that activates the orchestration of heaven and determines the pace of your manifestation. Nothing in the spiritual realm responds to hesitation or doubt, but everything responds to unwavering belief. Faith is not merely a concept, it is a creative power. It transforms thought into substance, word into form, and expectation into experience. When you believe, you give permission for the divine to act on your behalf. Abruptly, if, despite or aren't, the moment you decide to stand in faith, the universe begins to rearrange itself around your conviction. Angels move, opportunities shift, and unseen forces begin to collaborate for your good. Faith is not waiting passively, it is standing in certainty even when the evidence has not yet appeared. It is choosing to see beyond appearances and trusting that what you have asked for is already done. Faith speaks in the language of completion, does not say, "It will happen someday." It says, "It is done now." Everything you desire already exists in potential form. Faith is the bridge that brings it from the invisible realm into the visible. But that bridge can only be crossed by belief, not by fear or doubt. The strength of your faith determines how quickly manifestation unfolds. When you waver, you delay the process. When you stand firm, you accelerate it. The divine responds to the certainty of your conviction, not the desperation of your need. Faith is not blind optimism, it is divine knowing. It is the quiet assurance that the Creator of all things has already established the outcome. Even when circumstances seem to contradict your vision, faith refuses to be moved by what it sees. It looks past the temporary and holds on to the eternal. The eyes of faith are focused not on what is missing, but on what is promised. When you hold that inner picture with persistence, life cannot help but conform to it. The power of belief creates movement where there was stagnation. It opens doors that logic says should remain closed. It pulls resources, connections, and timing into perfect alignment. The more you trust, the more you attract divine coordination. Your faith acts as a signal that tells the universe, "I am ready." And the moment you declare readiness, everything you need begins to locate you. This is why your inner posture matters more than your outer circumstances. You don't need to see evidence to believe, you need to believe to see evidence. The world mirrors your internal vibration. If you carry faith, life must produce fruit that matches it. Faith does not beg or chase, it simply knows. It rests in assurance, and in that rest, divine movement accelerates. So hold fast to your faith. Do not be discouraged by the delay, it is only an illusion. The timing is aligning with your level of belief. The stronger your faith, the faster the orchestration. Keep declaring, keep seeing, keep knowing. Your faith is the catalyst, and the moment you believe completely, manifestation becomes inevitable. Everything is working for you, even when it doesn't look like it. The delays, the denials, and the detours that once frustrated you are not evidence of abandonment. They are proof of divine strategy. Every experience, every setback, every closed door is being woven together into the tapestry of your destiny. Nothing in your life has been wasted. What you thought was holding you back has actually been positioning you for something greater. The divine plan operates with perfect precision. What feels like delay in time is often alignment in purpose. When something doesn't happen when you expect it to, it's because the right elements are still being arranged. God doesn't just want you to receive what you desire, He wants you to be ready to sustain it. The delay is not denial, it's preparation. While you were waiting, you were being developed, refined, and strengthened. What seemed like stagnation was actually transformation in disguise. Sometimes what looks like a detour is the exact path you needed to take. If you had gone the way you originally wanted, you might have missed the lessons that now shape your wisdom. Divine direction is not always a straight line. It's a series of intentional turns designed to bring you into perfect alignment with your purpose. Each experience, the good and the painful, carries a piece of the promise. Nothing is random. The denials you faced were not to punish you, but to protect you. What you thought you lost was simply what wasn't meant to go with you into your next season. When doors close, it's not because you were unworthy, it's because something greater is being reserved for you. The rejection you endured was really redirection, a gentle nudge from heaven steering you towards something better. Every time you thought something was working against you, it was secretly working for you. The divine plan sees beyond what you can see. Where you saw delay, heaven saw alignment. Where you saw disappointment, heaven saw development. Where you saw endings, heaven saw beginnings. Even the moments that broke you were used to build you. You were being prepared to handle the blessing without breaking under its weight. You are not being tested to prove your weakness. You are being shaped to reveal your strength. So release the frustration with your timeline. Trust that there is meaning in every moment, even in the silence. Everything is being ordered for your highest good. The path that seems uncertain is still divinely guided. The prayers that felt unanswered are now being fulfilled in a better way than you imagined. What looked like a setback is becoming a setup for your divine outcome. You are stepping into a season where you will look back and see how perfectly everything aligned. Every closed door, every disappointment, every delay was an essential part of your preparation. The universe was never working against you. It was working through you, for you. Nothing has been lost. Everything has been redirected toward your elevation. What was once confusing will soon make perfect sense. All things are working together for your good, and this is the evidence that divine favor has always been on your side. This is your confirmation. The signs you've been noticing are not coincidences. The repeated numbers, the unexpected encounters, the moments of inner peace that arrive out of nowhere, they are divine signals, whispering that the shift has begun. The universe does not communicate through accident. It speaks through alignment. Every subtle sign, every sudden clarity, every intuitive nudge is heaven's way of saying you're on the right path. What you're feeling within you is not imagination, it's confirmation. There comes a time when the invisible becomes undeniable. You start to sense that life is orchestrating something on your behalf. Circumstances begin to shift. People enter and exit your life with divine precision, and your inner world feels more alive than ever before. These are not random events, they are evidence that God's hand is moving. The shift has already started, not somewhere distant, but within you. The external signs are simply the reflection of the internal awakening that has taken place. When your spirit begins to align with divine purpose, the entire universe responds. You begin to magnetize experiences that mirror your new level of consciousness. You notice synchronicities that once went unseen, a conversation that confirms what you were praying about, a door opening that aligns perfectly with your vision, a word spoken at the exact moment you needed it. These are the gentle assurances of divine timing. They remind you that you are no longer walking alone. You are walking with divine partnership. Often, we dismiss signs because we expect something dramatic. Yet the divine speaks softly. It speaks through repeated patterns, through moments of stillness, through a sudden knowing that something has shifted. When you begin to live with awareness, you realize that the entire universe is communicating with you constantly. The signs are never to create fear or confusion. They exist to strengthen your faith, to remind you that what you have been believing for is already unfolding. This is your confirmation that nothing has been in vain. The waiting, the tears, the uncertainty, all of it was leading to this moment of recognition. You were not being delayed, you were being aligned. The signs you are seeing are heaven's way of saying, now is the time. The frequency around you has changed, and the energy that once resisted you is now supporting you. You are no longer striving, you are attracting. You are no longer guessing, you are guided. So stop questioning the confirmation and start walking in it. The signs didn't appear by chance. They were sent to prepare your heart for manifestation. What you feel stirring inside is the vibration of answered prayer. The divine has heard you, and the movement has begun. This is not the season to doubt, it's the season to trust. Everything is aligning perfectly, and the signs around you are proof. The shift is here, the atmosphere has changed, and your reality is catching up to what has already been decreed in the Spirit. This is your confirmation. God is moving, and your breakthrough has already started. Everything that has been spoken is a divine reminder that your life is not standing still. It is unfolding exactly as it should. The shift has already begun. What was working against you is now working for you. The unseen realm has turned in your favor, and the hand of God is rearranging every detail of your story. You are not forgotten, you are not delayed, and you are certainly not behind. You are standing in the middle of divine timing, the sacred intersection where preparation meets manifestation. Every invisible move, every quiet confirmation, every moment of faith has brought you to this very point. You've endured the breaking, the waiting, and the uncertainty, but now the evidence is rising, the old chapter is closing, and a new one is emerging, one written in favor, restoration, and elevation. You don't need to chase what's already yours. You only need to align with it. The law of divine reversal is active. The power of faith is ignited. and the unseen is working relentlessly to make visible what was promised to you. So lift your head and steady your heart. The mountain that once looked immovable is shifting. The doors that were sealed are opening. The same energy that once resisted you is now bowing to your purpose. This is your moment, your confirmation, your turning point. You are no longer waiting for change. Everything is turning in your favor, and soon what you believed in faith will be standing before you in form. Walk boldly into this new season, knowing that heaven has already gone before you. The shift is not coming, it has already begun. Thank you for listening, and remember, your time is now. The shift is here, and nothing can stop what God has already set in motion. My friend, listen closely. There is no accident in the timing of your life. You are not late. You are not behind. Everything that has seemed delayed has actually been divinely orchestrated to prepare you for the moment that is now unfolding. This, right now, is proof that divine timing is working in your favor. For too long, you have mistaken waiting for being forgotten. You've seen stillness as stagnation. But what if I told you that what looked like nothing happening was actually everything being arranged in your favor? The invisible hand of the divine never rushes, yet it never fails. It works in perfect rhythm, unseen by human eyes, but undeniable to the heart that believes. When you begin to align your thoughts with faith instead of fear, life shifts. Circumstances bend, people move, opportunities emerge as if out of thin air. Why? Because the outer world is compelled to obey the inner conviction of one who knows their time has come. Every season of silence has been sacred. The pauses were not punishment. They were preparation. What you prayed for could not come until you were ready to sustain it. The divine does not deliver promises prematurely, for premature blessings become burdens. Now can you sense it? The energy has shifted. The delays are dissolving. The peace you feel lately is not ordinary, it's confirmation. When your heart finds rest, even before the result, that is proof divine timing has begun to move. The signs have been subtle but certain. A random message that stirred your spirit, a sudden knowing that something is about to change, a dream that felt more real than the waking world. All of these are signals that your faith has reached the threshold of manifestation. You see, manifestation is never about force. It's about flow. When you stop striving and start trusting, the universe begins to deliver. And now, after all the waiting, the alignment has occurred. This is the moment the invisible becomes visible. What you once imagined is preparing to appear. Divine timing has synchronized people, places, and opportunities to meet you exactly where you are. So, lift your head, open your heart. Expect the call, the confirmation, the breakthrough. It is not coming, it's already here. The evidence may be invisible for a moment longer, but the vibration of fulfillment is already alive within you. The universe is not random, It moves with a rhythm, a divine precision that human logic cannot fully comprehend. Every event, every encounter, every pause, even the moments that appear as setbacks, are part of a perfect orchestration designed to guide your life toward its highest purpose. When you begin to understand that every delay and every silence carries intention, you stop seeing them as obstacles and start recognizing them as divine alignment. There are moments when life seems to stand still, when your prayers echo into what feels like an empty sky and nothing appears to change. You question, why is this taking so long? Why isn't anything happening? Yet behind that silence, the universe is at work. Invisible threads are being woven. People you haven't met yet are being positioned. Doors you didn't know existed are being prepared to open at just the right time. The delay is not rejection, it's divine coordination. You see, if the universe responded the moment you desired something, you might receive it before you were capable of carrying it. There are blessings that require maturity to handle, relationships that require growth to sustain, and opportunities that require preparation to succeed. Divine order ensures that what belongs to you arrives not only when you want it, but when you are ready for it. The waiting season, then, is not wasted time, it is a refining time. It builds patience, wisdom, and strength, qualities that keep you standing when your manifestation arrives. Think of nature's perfect timing. The seed does not sprout the moment it is planted. It remains hidden beneath the soil, seemingly lifeless, while in truth it is transforming. The darkness protects it, the stillness strengthens it. Then, when the season is right, it breaks through the surface, not a moment too early or too late. So it is with your life. You may feel buried, forgotten, or unseen, but in reality, you are being cultivated. The silence is the soil of divine ardor. The universe does not make mistakes. Every person who left, every opportunity that slipped away, every closed door was redirected energy. It was grace disguised as disappointment. That job that didn't hire you, that relationship that didn't last, that plan that fell apart, all of them were necessary redirections to bring you into alignment with something greater. When one door closes, it's because the divine plan has already assigned a better one to open, one that fits who you are becoming, not who you were. There is peace in understanding that life unfolds exactly as it should. You don't have to force outcomes or chase validation. You simply need to trust the timing and follow the inner guidance that whispers, all is well. The universe operates in perfection, never early, never late, always right on time. When you learn to rest in that truth, you stop resisting and start flowing. You realize that every silence, every delay, and every redirection was not punishment, but preparation for something far beyond what you imagined. That is divine alignment in motion. Everything in your life begins within you. The world you experience on the outside is nothing more than a reflection of the world you cultivate within. Your emotions, beliefs, and mental patterns form the blueprint from which reality takes shape. When you shift your inner state, your thoughts, your assumptions, your expectations, the outer world has no choice but to reorganize itself to match that new vibration. It is not magic, it is law. For most of life, people are taught to react to circumstances, to let conditions determine how they feel. But the secret is reversed. Your inner atmosphere determines your outer weather. If you live in a state of fear, the world will give you reasons to be afraid. If you dwell in gratitude, Life will reveal more to be thankful for. The moment you change the energy within you, the universe begins to rearrange people, situations, and opportunities to mirror that transformation. Never forget, there is joy in dead life and peace underneath. Ani. um, this is why lasting change never comes from effort alone. It begins with awareness. The struggle ends when you realize that everything external is secondary. The real work is invisible. It happens in thought, in imagination, in belief. When you persist in a new inner state, peace instead of worry, abundance instead of lack, faith instead of doubt, you activate a spiritual law that brings your inner world into physical expression. What you hold as true within will eventually take form without. Consider how a seed contains within it the pattern of the entire tree. It doesn't have to struggle or strive to become what it already is in potential. Its growth is inevitable once the right conditions exist. Similarly, your consciousness is the seed. Whatever idea you plant and nurture through consistent attention and feeling must eventually sprout into experience. Life mirrors the gardener of thought. The outer world is not your master, it is your mirror. When you feel stuck or trapped by circumstances, it's often because your inner dialogue has not yet changed. You are rehearsing the same assumptions while expecting a new reality. The shift happens the moment you claim a new identity within. You stop saying, I am waiting for things to change, and begin declaring, I have changed, therefore things must. The outer reflects the inner by law, not by chance. There comes a moment when you realize that your imagination is not just fantasy, it is creation in its earliest form. What you picture and feel repeatedly with conviction begins to draw matching experiences into your life. You become the architect rather than the victim of your circumstances. The energy you carry within becomes a silent command that shapes events, attracts people, and opens doors. So the next time you seek transformation, don't rush to fix the outer. Go inward. Shift your focus from what's missing to what's already possible. Speak as though it's done. Feel as though it's real. When you embody the state of the person who already possesses what you desire, life must mirror that truth. The moment you shift within, the universe begins its work. The outer world reorganizes itself in obedience to your new consciousness, and reality unfolds as a perfect reflection of your inner awakening. Faith is not wishful thinking, it is spiritual knowing. It is the deep, quiet conviction that what you desire already exists, even before your eyes can perceive it. Faith sees through the invisible and calls it real. It is the bridge between imagination and manifestation, the invisible substance that shapes the visible world. When you believe in the unseen, you set in motion unseen forces that begin to prepare what you have believed. Many people misunderstand faith as hope, something fragile and uncertain. But true faith is not hoping something will happen. It is knowing that it already has, though it has yet to take form. It is confidence in the unseen order of the universe, a trust that what has been conceived in your consciousness must, by divine law, express itself in your experience. Faith is the evidence before the evidence, the unseen proof that creation is already complete on a higher plane. Everything that exists in the visible world was once unseen. Every invention, every achievement, every miracle began as a thought, a formless idea held in faith until it condensed into form. The same is true for the realities you are praying for. When you truly believe that what you desire is already yours, The universe begins to align circumstances, people, and timing to bring that unseen belief into physical manifestation. Faith is not passive. It is the active vibration of certainty. It is your spiritual signature that tells the universe, I have already received. Faith changes the atmosphere around you. When you walk in faith, your words, your energy, your actions all begin to align with what you believe. You no longer speak from lack, you speak from fulfillment. You no longer wait anxiously, you rest peacefully, knowing that divine timing is working on your behalf. The peace that comes from faith is often the first sign that manifestation is near. The moment your heart releases fear and embraces assurance, creation accelerates. Faith also requires detachment from the how and when. The mind always wants control, but faith allows the higher intelligence of life to orchestrate the details. When you believe deeply, you release the need to force results. You trust that everything is unfolding in perfect order. The unseen realm, which operates beyond your senses, is constantly arranging what you have believed for. While your eyes may see no progress, faith recognizes that the foundation is being laid. There is power in continuing to believe even when nothing around you validates your hope. That is the test of faith, to stand firm in the unseen until it becomes seen. Every doubt that arises is an invitation to choose belief again. Every delay is an opportunity to deepen your conviction. The unseen responds to faith like a seed responds to light. It grows in silence until it breaks through into visibility. So hold fast to your vision. Speak from completion, not from desire. The unseen is listening, shaping, moving. What you have believed for is not distant, it is developing. Faith is the invisible proof that your manifestation is already alive, already forming, already on its way into sight. Believe, not because you see it, but because you know it is already done. There comes a season in every life when movement seems to cease, when doors that once opened easily remain closed, when prayers seem unanswered and progress appears delayed. This is what many call waiting, but in truth it is not waiting. It is divine preparation. The waiting season is not a punishment. It is sacred. It is the quiet, hidden space where the unseen hand of divine timing works with precision and purpose. The delay is not a denial, it is a design. Divine timing is never slow. What appears to you as stillness is actually strategic movement. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows the exact moment when your promise should unfold. If you were to receive too soon what you are asking for, it might overwhelm you or slip through your fingers because you would not yet have the capacity to sustain it. The waiting season matures you for what you've been believing for. It strengthens your character, clarifies your motives, and refines your faith until you can hold what once could only be imagined. In waiting, life tests your alignment. It asks, do you still believe when nothing moves? Do you trust the promise even when there's no evidence? These are not questions meant to discourage you. They are the gentle chisels shaping your spirit for destiny. The most significant transformations happen not in the moments of manifestation, but in the moments of delay. Waiting develops wisdom. It teaches patience, surrender, and sensitivity to divine timing. The sacredness of the waiting season lies in what it reveals about you. In haste, you might rush to force outcomes, but in stillness, you learn that force is unnecessary when faith is active. Waiting trains your heart to rest, in assurance rather than anxiety. It quiets the noise of striving and make space for clarity to emerge. Many people pray for blessings, but do not realize that blessings come with weight, and waiting builds the strength to carry that weight with grace. Think of a fruit that ripens too quickly. It may look ready, but its sweetness has not yet developed. Similarly, the blessings that come before their appointed time often come without the maturity to sustain them. Divine timing is the ripening of your destiny. It ensures that what you receive is not temporary but lasting, not fragile but fortified. It delivers your promise not in haste but in fullness. During your waiting, you are not forgotten. You are being prepared. The silence does not mean that nothing is happening. It means that everything is being aligned. The right people, opportunities, and moments are being placed in divine order so that when the appointed time comes, it will seem as though everything happened at once. So, honor your waiting. Do not curse it, bless it. For it is in this sacred season that faith deepens, strength solidifies, and destiny matures. When the divine finally unfolds what it has prepared for you, you will realize why it had to take time. The waiting was never wasted. It was the strategy of love, ensuring that when your promise arrived, you were ready to receive it fully. Before every major breakthrough, there are always signs, whispers from the divine that something is shifting, aligning, and preparing to unfold. These signs rarely arrive with loud announcements or dramatic displays. Instead, they come quietly, a conversation that confirms what your spirit already knew, a recurring number or symbol that seems to follow you, a sudden sense of peace in situations that once stirred anxiety. These are not coincidences. They are divine indicators that the unseen realm is organizing your breakthrough. But the forensic, unless it at least puts stop to anything, the life communicates through patterns. The divine speaks in synchronicities, those moments when everything aligns in perfect timing, even when logic cannot explain it. You might think it's random when you meet the right person by chance, or when an unexpected opportunity appears after months of stillness. But these are the early signs that the current of divine timing has begun to flow in your favor. They remind you that while you cannot see the full picture, something greater is weaving all the pieces together. And thus, we turn to this book. Before the visible manifestation arrives, the invisible begins to move. The energy shifts first within you. You feel lighter, more certain, more centered, even though nothing outside has changed yet. That inner peace is often the first and most powerful sign that your breakthrough is near. Peace is not passivity. It's a signal that your spirit has come into alignment with what's already yours. Once your inner world aligns with the vibration of fulfillment, the outer world begins to reflect it back to you. The divine never allows something to enter your life without preparation. That's why signs come before manifestation. They are gentle confirmations that your faith has reached maturity. They say, "You're ready now." You may notice a sudden increase in inspiration, creative ideas, or opportunities that feel effortless. The very atmosphere around you begins to shift, and the things that once seemed distant start drawing closer. These are not small things. They are evidence of divine orchestration. Many people overlook these signs because they expect something grand and obvious. But the divine often moves in whispers, not in noise. The coincidence that made you smile, the unexpected favor that relieved a burden, the intuitive nudge that led you to the right place. Each of these is proof that divine timing is active. When you pay attention to them with gratitude, you strengthen the connection and accelerate the unfolding of your manifestation. Breakthroughs do not arrive suddenly, they ripen. The signs are the early fruits, showing you that the tree of your faith is bearing results. The more you notice and appreciate them, the faster the full harvest comes. So when subtle confirmations appear, do not dismiss them. They are not random. They are divine breadcrumbs leading you toward the promise. When peace replaces worry, when coincidences multiply, when your inner knowing grows stronger, understand that heaven is signaling movement. These are the quiet proofs that divine timing is in motion, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. The signs are not the end, they are the sacred announcement that what you've believed for is on its way into sight. There comes a defining moment in every journey when something within you shifts so deeply that nothing outside of you can shake it. It is the moment when faith becomes certainty, when hope transforms into knowing, and when desire matures into conviction. That moment marks the arrival of your time. You no longer chase, you no longer plead, you simply know. And that knowing carries a power greater than any circumstance, greater than any delay, greater than any opposition. When your inner conviction becomes stronger than your outer situation, manifestation must follow. It is not optional, it is law. Every reality begins within the unseen world of belief. As long as you remain uncertain, reality reflects that uncertainty. But when your belief settles into conviction, when you know deep in your spirit that what you desire is already done, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to match that frequency. Life responds not to your wishes, but to your certainty. The outer world bends to the authority of your inner state. When conviction is born, resistance dissolves. What once seemed impossible begins to take form effortlessly. Think of conviction as a vibration that cannot be denied. It doesn't shout, it doesn't struggle, it simply is. When you dwell in this energy, you stop checking for signs and stop questioning timing. You begin to walk, speak, and act from completion. You no longer say, "It's coming," you say, "It's here." That shift in language reflects a deeper truth. You have already entered the state of fulfillment. The law of creation dictates that the outer must mirror the inner. Once you have become the embodiment of your desire and consciousness, it must manifest in your world. This is why inner work is everything. You can change the outer endlessly, move cities, switch jobs, meet new people, but until your conviction changes, your results repeat. The breakthrough comes not from action alone, but from alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and assumptions agree with your desired outcome, life synchronizes with that new frequency. What was once effort becomes flow. What was once blocked becomes open. Your time arrives not by luck, but by alignment. When you finally stop doubting, stop comparing, stop waiting for permission, and simply decide that your promise is real now, you step into the vibration of manifestation. This decision is not arrogance, it is spiritual authority. It is claiming what has always been yours in the unseen and allowing it to crystallize in the seen. The moment you feel this conviction, everything changes. You sense it before it shows. You feel peace where there was tension, assurance where there was anxiety. That peace is the sign that creation is complete in the invisible. So walk as one who already possesses the thing once prayed for. Speak with the calm confidence of fulfillment. When your conviction becomes immovable, life must yield to it. You are no longer waiting for your time, it has arrived. Every event, every person, every opportunity is now aligning with your inner knowing. This is the law of manifestation in motion, as within, so without. When you know it's done, the universe agrees. Every moment of your journey, every delay, every silence, every sign has been leading you here. Divine timing has never failed you. It has been faithfully aligning every piece of your story into perfect order. You have come through seasons of waiting, testing, and believing, and now you stand at the threshold of fulfillment. The universe has heard your faith. Heaven has witnessed your persistence, and now the time has come for what was once unseen to unfold before your eyes. This is not coincidence, it is confirmation. The alignment is complete, and your manifestation is no longer a promise, it is a reality in motion. Walk in gratitude, speak in faith, and move with confidence, knowing that divine timing is now working fully in your favor. Every door that opens from this point forward will not open by force, but by flow. Every opportunity that finds you will do so by design. So take a deep breath and know this: your time has arrived. The waiting was sacred, the signs were sure, and the manifestation is inevitable. You are walking in divine rhythm, and life is now reflecting the strength of your belief. Thank you for listening to this message. May it remind you that everything unfolds in perfect timing, and that the proof you've been seeking is already within you. Stay faithful, stay aligned, and remember, divine timing is not coming, it's here. There comes a moment in every soul's journey when the tides that once seemed against you suddenly begin to flow with you. You sense it not through sight, but through an inner stillness, a quiet knowing that something has shifted. The winds have changed direction. The current that once resisted you now carries you forward effortlessly. Everything is turning in your favor. You may not see the evidence yet, but in the unseen the pattern has already changed. The divine order has spoken your name. Life has received your intention and begun its sacred rearrangement. What looked like loss was simply the removal of what no longer served your next chapter. What seemed delayed was only divine synchronization, preparing the right people, the right doors, the right timing. You are not waiting for the promise to come to pass, you are awakening to the truth that it already has. Every assumption you hold within becomes the seed from which your world grows. The outer reflects the inner. Always. When you dare to feel now what you once hoped to feel later, the later collapses into the now. The unseen becomes the seen. Faith is not striving, it is rest. The confident knowing that the universe cannot deny what has already been accepted within. When you cease to struggle and begin to assume your rightful identity as one already blessed, already chosen, already fulfilled, life bows to that certainty. Release the anxiety of forcing outcomes. The moment you release, you align. What belongs to you is magnetized by the frequency of your belief. You do not need to chase it. You only need to become it. Everything that once seemed out of reach is already coded within your current state of consciousness. Step into the version of you who already possesses what you desire, and the world will echo that choice. This is your time, the appointed hour of fulfillment. The season of waiting has ended. The ground that held your tears now bursts forth with fruit. The prayers whispered in darkness have reached their appointed light. Walk now as if the promise has already been delivered, for it has. Every closed door will reveal itself as protection. Every delay as divine coordination, every heartbreak as redirection toward greater purpose. Everything is turning in your favor, for your good, under divine orchestration. So lift your head, stand tall. The invisible has become visible. The unseen has taken form. Your time has come, and nothing can stop what is already written for you. The invisible shift has already begun. Though your eyes may not yet perceive it, the universe has started to move on your behalf. The pieces are being placed, the doors are being positioned, and the people necessary for your unfolding story are being prepared. This is the mystery of divine timing, the sacred orchestration that happens in the unseen long before any visible sign appears. What you think is stillness is actually motion beneath the surface. Life is arranging itself to deliver what belongs to you in the perfect sequence at the perfect hour. Too often we confuse silence with absence and waiting with delay. But the truth is, every pause holds purpose. When nothing seems to be happening, everything is happening. The seed hidden in the soil is unseen, but it is not inactive. It is breaking apart, reshaping and reaching toward light that it cannot yet see. So it is with your life. The divine is working within the soil of your spirit, preparing manifestation for its appointed season. The unseen movement always precedes visible transformation. You are not forgotten, nor have you been overlooked. The divine order never misses a step. Even what felt like rejection or failure was quietly guiding you toward alignment. The relationships that ended, the opportunities that slipped away, and the moments that didn't go as planned, all of them were redirections in disguise. Nothing was lost, everything was repositioned. The universe doesn't withhold, it recalibrates. What you perceive as delay is the sacred rhythm of timing aligning perfectly with your readiness. The invisible shift is not something you create, it's something you allow. It begins the moment you surrender, control, and trust that life knows how to fulfill what you've already believed for. Your only task is to hold the inner conviction that all things are moving for your highest good, even when the path feels uncertain, even when the answers seem distant. Faith reminds you that what is unseen is more powerful than what is seen. There is a subtle turning taking place right now. Old energies are releasing, new doors are forming, the atmosphere around you is being infused with favor. The divine rearrangement doesn't announce itself with noise or spectacle, it arrives quietly, almost imperceptibly, until suddenly everything begins to flow. You will look back and realize that the shift didn't start when you saw change, it started when you decided to believe in it. This is why you must not grow weary in the in-between. What is unfolding invisibly will soon manifest tangibly. The silence is sacred, it is the sound of creation at work. So rest in assurance, not in anxiety. Trust the unseen movement that is already shaping your destiny. The alignment has begun, and everything that once felt distant is being drawn closer. Life is not waiting to favor you, it already has. The invisible shift is your confirmation that what you desire is no longer a future event. It is a present reality, preparing to reveal itself in divine order. Your inner assumption creates the outer reality. Life does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. Every belief you hold, every assumption you persist in, becomes the pattern through which your world is formed. The outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state of consciousness. It faithfully mirrors what you inwardly accept as true, even when that truth exists only in imagination. The moment you assume yourself to be the one who already possesses the desired outcome, the universe begins to rearrange itself to make that assumption visible. This is the secret power of consciousness. Everything begins within you. You are not a passive observer in your story. You are its silent author. What you believe about yourself determines what life shows you. When you assume lack, you attract circumstances that confirm it. When you assume abundance, doors of opportunity open seemingly out of nowhere. The outer world bends to match your inner conviction, for it has no will of its own. It is a mirror, faithfully reflecting the contents of your imagination and emotion. To assume is not to pretend, it is to accept a new identity as fact within yourself, regardless of appearances. You do not wait for evidence to believe, your belief becomes the evidence. When you dare to feel now what you once reserved for someday, you pull that reality into the present moment. The feeling of having is the creative act itself. As you persist in that inner knowing, the outer must yield. It has no choice, for it is only the shadow of your inner light. You must understand that every state of being has its own atmosphere, its own experiences, its own opportunities. When you assume the state of already being fulfilled, you automatically attract the conditions that belong to that state. You begin to speak differently, act differently, carry yourself with quiet certainty. The energy around you shifts, and the world recognizes it. People respond to your inner transformation long before you speak a word. This is why you must guard your assumptions carefully. The mind is a fertile field, and it grows whatever seed you plant. If you plant doubt, you harvest delay. If you plant confidence, you harvest manifestation. Every day, consciously or unconsciously, you are creating through your assumptions, not through effort, but through the quiet power of belief. The secret is to assume gently but persistently, to dwell in the feeling that it is already done, and to refuse to contradict it with fear or worry. When you assume the best must reveal itself. Life cannot deny the truth you hold within. The world around you is not fighting against you, it is responding to you. You are the cause, not the effect. So take your attention away from how things appear and return to the state of knowing that it is already accomplished. The universe echoes your assumption. The moment you become it within, life must reflect it without. For creation is finished, and your acceptance of the end is the bridge to its manifestation. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. It is the quiet confidence that connects what exists in imagination to what appears in reality. Faith is not about pleading for things to happen. It is about resting in the knowing that they already have. When you truly believe that something is yours, you no longer reach for it. You simply live in the calm assurance that it will reveal itself in perfect timing. This is the essence of true faith, an unshakable inner rest that transcends appearances. Faith begins where logic ends. It asks you to trust what cannot yet be seen, to hold the unseen promise more real than the visible circumstance. It's easy to believe when everything is going well, but faith is proven when nothing seems to move. It's in those silent stretches of uncertainty that you are invited to walk across the invisible bridge, guided not by sight but by conviction. And as you take each step in belief, the path beneath your feet begins to solidify. When you hold faith, you are not trying to convince the universe, it is already convinced. You are convincing yourself that the unseen world is more powerful than the temporary scene before you. Faith reorders your perception, allowing you to live from the end instead of striving toward it. You stop asking when and begin declaring now. You stop waiting for signs and start embodying certainty. The energy of rest becomes your signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. This rest is not passive, it is creative. It is the stillness that moves mountains, the calm that shifts reality. Faith is not measured by how loudly you pray or how often you affirm, but by how peacefully you trust. The one who knows that their desire is already fulfilled carries a quiet authority. They no longer chase, they magnetize. Circumstances, people, and events naturally bend to fulfill what is already assumed within them. To live by faith is to release control and trust the divine process. You may not know how or when it will happen, but you know it must. Faith doesn't beg the universe to act, it declares the work complete. It knows that behind every apparent delay is divine precision. Behind every closed door is redirection. And behind every challenge is preparation. The unseen is always working for you, even when the seen appears motionless. So hold your faith not as a desperate plea, but as a steady flame. Nurture it with gratitude, protect it from doubt, and rest in the knowing that what is meant for you is already on its way. Faith collapses time. It draws the distant into the present. The moment you stop struggling to make things happen and begin to rest in the conviction that it is happening, everything starts aligning. The unseen world responds instantly to unwavering belief. Faith is the bridge, and once you step onto it, the seen must appear. For creation has already been completed in the invisible realm. Release resistance and step into allowance. Life was never meant to be a struggle of force, but a dance of flow. When you try to control every outcome, when you chase what you desire with anxious effort, you create tension that pushes it further away. The more you grasp, the more it slips through your fingers. But the moment you release the need to control, life begins to cooperate with you. What you truly seek cannot be captured through striving. It can only be received through alignment. What you chase runs away because the energy of chasing is rooted in lack. You are saying, I don't have it yet, and the universe faithfully mirrors that belief. But when you become the embodiment of already having it, when you feel whole, complete, and fulfilled within, what you desire is drawn to you with ease. It recognizes its reflection in your state of being. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. The vibration of peace, gratitude, and wholeness is the magnet that draws every good thing into your life. Allowance is not inaction, it is inspired action. It is moving from a place of calm certainty rather than fear or desperation. It is listening to the gentle nudges of intuition and trusting that you are guided moment by moment. When you stop forcing outcomes, you create space for divine timing to unfold. The current of life knows exactly where to take you. if you stop paddling against it. Resistance is born from fear that things won't work out. Allowance is the quiet knowing that everything already is. To release resistance, you must let go of attachment to how and when things will manifest. The how belongs to the divine. Your part is to hold the vision and the feeling. Many hold tight to their desires out of fear they will lose them, but true manifestation requires trust. Imagine releasing a bird into the sky. You let it go, not because you've given up, but because you know it will return. So it is with your dreams. Let go, not in surrender to defeat, but in surrender to divine wisdom. The state of allowance is a powerful current. It dissolves fear, anxiety, and urgency. It opens you to receive what was already waiting for you. When you allow, you stop pushing against the natural order of abundance. You begin to notice synchronicities, meet the right people, and walk through doors that once seemed locked. Life unfolds gently, gracefully, without the strain of effort. You are not meant to struggle your way to fulfillment, you are meant to flow into it. The universe cannot deliver to a clenched fist, but it can pour into open hands. So loosen your grip, trust the unfolding, let the river of divine timing carry you. The more you relax, the more you attract. In stillness, life moves. In surrender, everything aligns. When you stop chasing and start allowing, what once felt distant begins to move swiftly toward you, because it always belonged to you. Your present state determines what shows up next. Every moment is a seed being planted in the fertile soil of your reality, and whatever state you occupy now will grow into the experiences of tomorrow. Life does not respond to your wishes or hopes. It responds to your current vibration, your present consciousness. Each thought you entertain, each feeling you allow, each assumption you hold is a silent command to the universe, instructing it what to bring forth. You are constantly broadcasting the frequency of your inner world, and the outer must echo it with perfect precision. Wow. And, the truth is, you are never waiting for your future to arrive. You are creating it now by the state you dwell in. Every desire already exists as a possibility, but you can only experience the one that matches your inner condition. When you dwell in doubt, you attract more uncertainty. When you dwell in fulfillment, you draw to yourself the evidence of completion. The universe is not deciding your fate. It is mirroring your state. What you see externally is only the shadow of what you consistently feel internally. This is why living from the end is so powerful. When you begin to think, speak, and act as though the promise is already fulfilled, you shift your state of being. You align yourself with the frequency of the desired outcome instead of the absence of it. The person who lives from the end does not beg, hope, or question. They rest in quiet assurance. They walk with the calm authority of someone who knows that creation is finished and that what is unseen will soon take visible form. Your emotions are the bridge between the inner and the outer. When you sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled, your actions naturally align with it. You begin to make choices that match the reality you've already accepted as yours. The world, in turn, reorganizes itself to accommodate that new state. The right opportunities, connections, and resources appear not because they were missing before, but because you have finally tuned into their frequency. Every moment offers you a choice: to remain in the old state of fear, lack, or doubt, or to step into the state of peace, confidence, and fulfillment. Nothing changes until you do, but the instant you shift within, everything around you must follow. It may seem subtle at first, a change in mood, a surprising encounter, a sudden idea, but these are the first signs that the outer world is rearranging itself to mirror your new vibration. So live as though the promise has already been fulfilled. Speak from the end. Feel as if it were done. The external cannot resist the command of a settled heart. The seed of your present state will inevitably bear fruit, for that is the law of consciousness. Choose wisely what you plant today, for it will become the landscape of your tomorrow. Everything you desire begins in the now, in the state you choose to embody this very moment. This is the appointed hour of manifestation. The season of waiting has served its purpose, and now the invisible work of your faith is ready to be revealed. Every tear, every prayer, every moment you chose trust over fear has not been wasted. What once seemed delayed was only divine preparation. The universe was aligning people, circumstances, and timing to support what you have been believing for. You have been refined through challenges, strengthened through stillness, and stretched through uncertainty, all so you could stand ready to receive what belongs to you. There is a sacred rhythm to manifestation, and it never misses its cue. The unseen world has been moving long before your eyes could perceive it. The moments when you felt forgotten were the moments when the foundation was being built beneath the surface. Faith was forming roots in the unseen soil. Now the seed of belief you planted has matured, and the fruit is beginning to show. The shift you've sensed within is not your imagination. It's confirmation that the invisible has begun to take form. Everything you have walked through has brought you to this appointed hour. You are not standing at the edge of possibility, you are standing in fulfillment's doorway. The energy around you is changing because your inner state has changed. You no longer chase what you once longed for, you attract it effortlessly, for you have become aligned with it. What was once distant is now near, drawn to you by the magnetic power of faith that refused to waver. This is not random. Nothing in your story has been accidental. Even your detours were divine directions. Every loss carved space for greater gain. Every closed door protected you from lesser paths. Everything that once felt like resistance was secretly positioning you for this exact moment. The divine plan was never delayed, it was perfecting its timing. Now you are being called to stand in quiet confidence. Do not doubt what you sense unfolding within you. The manifestation of your faith may not look exactly as you imagined, but it will exceed your expectation. Life has heard your inner decree and must now express it outwardly. The invisible must become visible, for that is the law of divine creation. Walk with assurance. Speak as one who knows that what they hoped for has already arrived. The waiting season is over. The revealing season has begun. The doors that once resisted you will now open with ease. Opportunities will seem to appear out of nowhere, yet they were destined all along. This is your appointed hour, your moment of divine fruition. So breathe deeply and trust the flow of what is unfolding. Everything is turning not chaotically but intentionally in your favor. You have stepped into alignment with the rhythm of destiny. The unseen has ripened into the seen. The promise has taken form. The time is no longer coming, it has come. As we come to the close of this message, remember this truth. Nothing in your journey has been wasted. Every waiting season, every unseen moment, every quiet prayer has been preparing you for now. The shift has already begun, and everything is turning in your favor. You are stepping into a divine alignment where faith becomes sight, where the invisible becomes visible. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to stand tall in knowing that the promise is unfolding. Your heart has been refined, your mind renewed, and your path cleared. You are walking into the fulfillment of what once existed only in your imagination. Let this moment be your reminder that manifestation is not coming, it is here. The unseen hand of the divine has orchestrated everything perfectly, and now it's revealing the beauty of what's been forming behind the scenes. Walk in confidence, speak from victory, and rest in assurance that your time has come. The season of manifestation is not a dream, it's your new reality. Thank you for listening, for believing, and for allowing this message to awaken the truth within you. May you continue to move forward with peace, faith, and unwavering trust in the divine flow of life. Everything is turning in your favor, and this very moment is your appointed hour. Thank you, and may you always walk in the light of your fulfilled promise. There are moments in life when it feels like nothing is moving, as if the heavens have gone silent. You've prayed, you've hoped, you've done everything you know to do, and yet the breakthrough hasn't come. But hear this, your time is coming. The silence doesn't mean God forgot you. It means He's preparing a greater unveiling than you imagined. Every turnaround begins in the unseen. Before the earth ever shifts, heaven speaks. Before the door opens, alignment takes place in realms your eyes cannot see. You may not notice it yet, but something divine is already rearranging itself on your behalf. God is moving pieces in secret so that when the time is right, everything unfolds with precision. The key is to stay ready. Don't let waiting turn into worry. Readiness is not a state of exhaustion. It's a state of awareness. It means living every day as if your blessing could knock at your door at any moment. It means carrying faith not as a burden, but as your natural posture. The miracle comes to the one who expects it quietly. So many give up just before the shift happens. The darkest hour truly is just before dawn. That's because the moment the pressure feels unbearable, it's often the sign that the old season is breaking apart to make way for the new. God is turning everything around, not slowly, not randomly, but in divine timing. What seemed to be against you will soon testify for you. Remember, delay is not denial. The waiting room is the shaping room. God is not punishing you, He is positioning you. What you thought was lost was never gone. It's simply being prepared for return in a greater form. Your faith, your endurance, your trust, they are not in vain. Stay in gratitude. Speak as though it's already done. Feel as though it's already yours. Because the moment you do, you shift from wishing to knowing, and from knowing to receiving. That's when heaven says, now it's time. Everything you've prayed for, cried for, hoped for, is not behind you. It's ahead of you. The tables are turning. The tide is shifting. God is aligning what seemed impossible. So hold your head high. Keep your heart ready and walk as if it's already done. Your time is coming. Stay ready, because heaven is about to deliver what's been promised to you. What you carry within you determines what unfolds around you. Life has never been a random series of events. It is a mirror reflecting the convictions of your inner world. When you stand in quiet assurance, when you choose to believe in divine timing rather than panic over visible circumstances, you begin to summon the unseen order of things into your reality. There is a rhythm to faith, a harmony between thought and manifestation. And those who understand this walk through life with a calm authority that cannot be shaken. You don't have to chase what's already aligned with you. When your inner state agrees with the truth that your time is coming, that your blessing is inevitable, then the outer world simply bends to that conviction. It may not happen instantly, but make no mistake, it begins the moment you believe. The energy of certainty is creative. It draws opportunities, ideas, people, and timing into perfect alignment. What seems delayed is only taking shape in a higher dimension, waiting for the signal from your belief to descend into form. Most people spend their lives reacting to appearances, measuring God's faithfulness by what they can see. But true assurance doesn't require evidence, it creates evidence. The one who knows within their heart that everything is unfolding in divine order walks through storms as though they were gentle breezes. They speak with peace, they act with purpose, and they rest without fear. This assurance is not arrogance, it is faith in motion. It is the inner knowing that you are part of something larger, that life is not against you, but conspiring for you. You may look around and see no progress. You may feel overlooked, delayed, or forgotten. But assurance whispers, it's already done. It refuses to be moved by time because it knows the eternal realm is not bound by hours or days. Every seed takes time to break open, every vision needs space to grow, and your faith is the soil in which divine promises mature. The waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. Each moment of stillness refines your spirit, teaching you patience, trust, and surrender. Inner assurance is not loud, it's quiet power. It doesn't need to prove or argue, it simply knows. It's the peace that comes when you stop asking, when will it happen? And start saying, it's already happening. When your inner world reaches that level of certainty, heaven responds. Circumstances shift, people are moved, and new paths open. The invisible hand of divine timing begins to orchestrate what seemed impossible. So stop doubting your process. Stop worrying about the how and when. The energy you give to worry delays the unfolding, but the energy you give to faith accelerates it. Keep your mind anchored in gratitude, your heart steady in peace, and your vision fixed on the promise. Life will always echo the truth you hold within. Your time is not approaching. It's already written, already secured, already waiting for your awareness to catch up to its reality. Every great change in life begins in silence. Before you see movement, before the world gives you a sign, there is a sacred stirring that happens in the unseen. The turning point, the very moment when everything begins to align in your favor, does not announce itself with noise or spectacle. It happens quietly, deep within your consciousness. The shift takes place long before evidence appears, long before others can see it. It begins in faith, in the still conviction that something has already turned for you, even if nothing yet looks different. Christ's love Savior was not yet Christ for a long time. Christ looked the other way. So every answered prayer has two stages, the unseen and the seen. The unseen is where belief takes root, where energy begins to rearrange itself according to your inner state. When you dare to hold the feeling of answered prayer before there is any proof, you activate the law of divine alignment. Life listens to the vibration of your conviction, not the volume of your words. The moment you begin to feel that what you desire is already unfolding, you create a turning within the invisible field of possibilities. It is easy to become discouraged when nothing seems to change outwardly. But those who understand the workings of faith know that visible results are always the last stage of creation. Like a seed breaking open beneath the soil, transformation is hidden at first. You cannot see the roots growing or the soil shifting, but it's happening. The energy of life is at work, preparing to emerge into the world of form. If you judge the process too early, you'll mistake silence for stagnation, when in truth, it's preparation. That's why spiritual maturity requires trust in the invisible. You must believe in the unseen hand moving on your behalf. Every time you choose hope over fear, peace over panic, you contribute to that inner turning. What feels like delay is often divine timing, calibrating everything for your good. The universe is never late, it is exact. It takes time for the unseen order to ripple into physical form, and your faith is the bridge that carries it through. When you sense that inner shift, the quiet knowing that something has changed, that is the moment heaven begins to act. It might still look the same outside, but the atmosphere around your life has altered. People may not understand why you smile with no reason, why you rest without fear, but it's because you felt the invisible turn. You know that the old cycle has ended and a new one has begun, even before the first sign appears. So learn to value the invisible moments. They are the birthplace of miracles. The silence after your prayer, the stillness between efforts, the waiting with faith. Those are sacred intervals where divine power is working unseen. Don't rush to see results. Instead, nurture the belief that the shift has already occurred. What you feel in faith today, you will soon see in form tomorrow. Every turning point begins first within your spirit, and once it happens there, the outer world has no choice but to follow. To stay ready in spirit means to live in quiet expectancy, not anxious anticipation. It is the art of being fully prepared in heart without being hurried in mind. Many people confuse readiness with busyness. They believe that if they do more, force more, or chase harder, what they seek will come faster. But spiritual readiness has nothing to do with rushing. It is about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the flow of divine timing. It is not striving to make things happen. It is allowing things to unfold through you. There is a profound difference between waiting passively and being spiritually ready. Waiting without readiness breeds frustration and doubt, but readiness in spirit carries peace. When you are ready inwardly, you no longer beg for the right opportunity. You become the space where opportunity naturally arrives. Life has a way of delivering blessings to those who have already made room for them in consciousness. When you live in faith, you are signaling to the universe, I am prepared for what I prayed for. Being ready in spirit is about alignment. It's about keeping your mind in harmony with your faith and your emotions anchored in trust. You may not know when the door will open, but you refuse to stand at the door in fear. You prepare your life as though it's already open. This is what separates the ones who manifest from the ones who wait endlessly. Readiness is not about having everything figured out. It's about living as if everything is already working out. When your heart and mind are in alignment with divine timing, things flow toward you rather than away from you. The right people appear at the right moment, ideas come when you need them, and paths unfold without strain. You stop chasing outcomes and start attracting them through calm awareness. The spirit that is ready doesn't panic when things seem delayed. It knows that timing is sacred, that sometimes the blessing is not withheld but being perfected. Staying ready in spirit also means keeping your inner space clear. Doubt, resentment, and fear block the flow of divine timing. Faith, gratitude, and peace keep it open. Readiness is not a checklist, it's a condition of the soul. It's the inner posture that says, whenever it's time, I'm available. It's how you remain in tune with God's rhythm. Even when circumstances try to distract you, you stop measuring time by the clock and start measuring it by alignment. So prepare your heart as if the answer is on its way. Speak like someone who has already received. Walk like one who expects miracles daily. Don't let impatience steal your readiness. Keep your faith sharp, your spirit open, and your heart calm. When you stay ready in spirit, you won't have to run after your blessings. They will recognize you, find you, and fit perfectly into your life. Because divine timing doesn't miss those who are already prepared to receive. There are seasons in life when it feels as though everything has paused. Your prayers echo back in silence, your dreams seem distant, and your hope is tested. In those moments, it's easy to mistake delay for denial, to believe that God has overlooked you or forgotten your desire. But in truth, what appears as waiting is divine preparation. The universe is not withholding your blessing, it is arranging it perfectly so that when it arrives, it doesn't slip through your fingers. Timing is not a barrier, it's protection. You see, God's delays are never random. They are strategic pauses designed to build your strength, refine your faith, and align your character with your calling. Sometimes what you've asked for is already yours in the unseen, but you're not yet in position to carry it. If the door opened too soon, the weight of the blessing might overwhelm you. So God in His wisdom holds it back, not to punish, but to prepare. Every delay hides a lesson, every pause conceals growth. It is in the waiting that you become the person capable of holding what you've prayed for. Think of a seed planted in the ground. For days it looks as if nothing is happening, but beneath the soil there's movement. Roots are spreading, structure is forming, and strength is developing. If you dig up the seed too early, you interrupt the process. The same is true for your dreams. When nothing seems to be happening, something is happening beneath the surface. The unseen work of preparation must complete its course before the visible manifestation can appear. When you shift your perspective from frustration to faith, the waiting becomes sacred. You stop asking, "Why is it happening yet?" and start saying, "Thank you for preparing me." That simple change transforms delay into destiny. Because the truth is, God is never late. What looks like a delay from your human view is perfect alignment from His. He knows when the people you need to meet will be ready, when the environment will be favorable, and when your heart will be steady enough to receive without fear. If you're in a season of waiting, don't lose heart. This is not denial, it's divine choreography. The time you spend in stillness is not wasted. It's shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, and more grounded in faith. The blessing that endures is never rushed. It's carefully built upon a foundation of patience and trust. So rather than fighting the wait, lean into it. Use this time to grow, to align, to strengthen your vision. Rest in the knowing that God's silence does not mean absence, it means strategy. When everything finally comes together, you'll see why it had taken the time it did. You'll realize that the delay was never working against you, it was working for you. And when the moment comes, you won't just receive the blessing, you'll be ready to sustain it, honor it, and multiply it. Because what God prepares in delay, He establishes forever. There is a sacred law that governs every transformation in life, the law of inner reversal. It is the moment when your perception shifts from longing to possessing, from asking to knowing, from waiting to receiving. The instant you stop questioning when it will happen and begin to live in the awareness that it's already happening, everything around you begins to change. The universe, which always reflects the state of your consciousness, mirrors that inner certainty and reorganizes itself to match the truth you've accepted within. Most people live in the energy of someday. They see their dreams as distant possibilities rather than present realities. But creation does not respond to someday. It responds to now. The outer world is a reflection of the inner conviction. When you declare it's already happening, you activate a new vibration within yourself. That feeling of fulfillment, before there is any evidence, is not imagination. It is creation in motion. The unseen responds instantly, even if the visible takes time to catch up. The law of inner reversal teaches us that the turning begins within the heart before it can be witnessed in the world. You don't wait for proof to believe, you believe to produce proof. Every change begins the moment you reverse your stance, from needing to knowing, from hoping to having. When you move from lack to fulfillment in consciousness, you draw into your life the experiences that correspond to that new state of being. It's not magic, it's divine order. This inner reversal requires courage. It means refusing to be swayed by appearances and choosing instead to trust the unseen. It's looking at circumstances that contradict your desire and still affirming it's already mine. It's maintaining peace in the presence of chaos, because your spirit knows that what you've envisioned is already unfolding in ways beyond your sight. When you feel it real, when you can touch it in thought, taste it in imagination, and rest in its certainty, creation has no choice but to materialize it. The key is consistency. You cannot declare faith one day and return to doubt the next. The inner reversal is maintained through constant awareness, through gratitude and peace that prove your belief. You train your mind to stay in the vibration of completion, not absence. You wake up each morning and live as if the promise is already kept. It is not pretending, it is aligning with truth. The universe mirrors not what you say, but what you feel. When you feel fulfilled, doors open. When you feel abundant, opportunities flow. When you feel loved, connection appears. The turning point in every journey happens the moment you stop striving and start embodying. That's when heaven recognizes your readiness. So stop asking when your time will come and start declaring that it already has. Begin to walk in the consciousness of done. See yourself not as someone waiting for change, but as someone living within it. That shift from longing to living is the law of inner reversal, and once it happens within you, the entire universe begins to turn in your favor. True gratitude begins not after the blessing arrives, but before it is visible. It is easy to give thanks when everything has fallen into place, when the answer has appeared and the prayer has manifested. But the deepest form of gratitude, the kind that transforms reality, is born in the unseen. It is the thanksgiving that arises while the field still looks empty, the kind that whispers, "Thank you," even when there is no sign of the harvest. It is the language of faith, the vibration that moves heaven and earth. When you give thanks before the evidence, you are declaring that what you've asked for already exists in the invisible realm. You are acknowledging that the divine has already said yes, even if time has not yet revealed it. Gratitude becomes your agreement with the unseen promise. It tells the universe, "I trust you. I believe it's already done." And because energy responds to belief, that gratitude begins to draw the unseen into form. What was once a spiritual certainty begins to materialize in the physical world. Gratitude is magnetic. It attracts more of what it appreciates. When you dwell in the energy of lack, complaining, doubting, or waiting with frustration, you block the flow of divine favor. But when you choose gratitude, even in moments of uncertainty, you open the gates of abundance. You align yourself with the frequency of completion rather than need. Gratitude doesn't beg, it receives. It doesn't look for proof. It celebrates the unseen reality as if it were already visible. This kind of thankfulness requires depth of spirit. It means you have to train your mind to see beyond appearances, to trust that what is for you cannot be lost. Every act of gratitude, spoken or silent, reshapes your vibration. It softens fear, dissolves worry, and creates room for miracles. When you thank God in advance, you are no longer asking, you are acknowledging. You're saying, "I know you've already worked it out. I know the way is already made." Those who live in gratitude before evidence walk differently. They move with peace while others panic. They rest while others strive, because they understand that gratitude is not a reaction, it's a revelation. It reveals that you've already received within, even if the world has not yet caught up. And once your inner world aligns with that awareness, your outer world has no choice but to follow. Think of gratitude as the soil that nourishes your faith. The more you water it with thanksgiving, the faster your manifestation grows. Each thank you is a signal to the divine that you are ready to receive. Even the smallest expression of gratitude shifts your energy from waiting to welcoming. So do not wait for the evidence to appear before you give thanks. Thank God now for what you see and for what you don't. Thank Him for the unseen blessings already on their way. Gratitude turns your waiting into receiving, your hope into fulfillment, your faith into sight. When you live with thanksgiving before manifestation, you magnetize the divine reversal you've been praying for. Every delay, every silence, every unseen moment has been part of a greater divine design. Your time is not slipping away, it's unfolding in perfect order. The turning point you've been waiting for has already begun in the unseen. Everything that once seemed against you is being realigned for your good. All that's required now is your readiness, your trust, and your gratitude. Stay steady in spirit. Keep your faith alive, even when the evidence has yet to appear. Life moves according to the strength of your inner conviction. When you hold firm to the truth that your time is coming, that God is arranging everything with purpose, you become unstoppable. What is meant for you cannot miss you, and what you've prayed for is already on its way. So lift your head, walk in quiet confidence, and live as if it's already done, because in the eyes of the divine, it is. Your time is coming, your season of reversal is here, everything is turning in your favor. Believe it, feel it, and receive it. Thank you for listening, and remember, stay ready, because heaven is already working on your behalf.